Hey guys, welcome to the Deep Dive. I am your host, Jonathan Diep, and this week we are reviewing a movie that is simply one word. Tenet. This was going to be the movie. This was going to be the movie that saved cinema. But then COVID got in the way, and then people didn't want to wear masks, and people wanted to endanger lives, so we're stuck here. But eventually some theaters opened up, and I was fortunate enough to go to a Regal theater, shout out to Regal Cinemas. And it was awesome. It was awesome just getting to be in that environment again, getting to enjoy a movie in an actual movie theater, not on my couch or not at a drive-in or something like that. This was an authentic experience, but how was the movie, man? How was the movie? I'm really saddened to say this, but it's kind of disappointing. Now, before you try to kill me or just make me cry with what you're about to say in the comment section, just hear me out. This is how my review criteria is going to go. I'm going to break down the 3 most positive things that I thought about this movie and the 3 most negative things that I thought about this movie. If the negatives outweigh the positives, which unfortunately in this case it will, then it'll get a rating based on my rating system, which I will base on these movie stubs right here. So if a movie's really good, it'll get 5 out of 5 ticket stubs, and if it's really crap, then it'll probably get half to 0 ticket stubs. So that's going to be my rating system. That's going to be my thing. I was trying to think about a rating system that would work best for me. But you know what? 2020's been a very, very tough year, so why don't we just go ahead and go over the positives I had about this movie. So 3 positives. Positive number 1, the visuals and the set pieces. If there's something that Nolan has consistently done throughout his entire career, the man knows how to shoot action sequences. And that's, to me, the best part of this entire movie, which is unfortunate because coming from the trailers and everything that they refused to really leak out to us, everything that we were given beforehand going into this movie, it really was a great big mystery, but the mystery was the most intriguing part going into it. What exactly is Tenet? Why are things going in reverse? How is this guy catching a bullet, as we've seen in the trailers? How does all of this connect? How does time move forwards and backwards at the same time, it seems, in this universe? When there's certain fight sequences that happen where one person is fighting in present time and the person that they're fighting is almost fighting backwards. I don't know how he shot that, I don't know how he did it, but it did look incredible. There's a specific hallway fight sequence, and there's a sequence that happens on a freeway where cars are going backwards while another car is going forwards, and it's like a chase scene. It was truly incredible, and I wish that there was an IMAX theater near me because I'm pretty sure those action sequences would have been more breathtaking in IMAX, but for the theater that I was at, it still looked pretty great. Second positive, the score. Now, Hans Zimmer wasn't available to do the score for this film. I'm sure he was probably working on another project or he was busy with some other project at the time. Ludwig Göransson, I believe that's how you pronounce his name, did the score for this film. If you don't know who that is, he did the Oscar-winning score for Black Panther. Yes, Black Panther won a Best Original Score Oscar. How? Positive number 3, and this is the one that everybody's been talking about, and I can confirm that to you, Robert Pattinson. The guy's a star in the making. I almost forget that he was in the Twilight movies. It seems like he's really moved on from that, and you could just tell from the streak of good films that he's just been in, from Good Time to The Lighthouse to now Tenet, High Life. He's doing a great job, and now he's going to be Batman, so we'll see if he does a great job with that, and I'm pretty sure that he will. When I see Robert Pattinson on the screen, I want to see more of Robert Pattinson. Every time he's off screen, I'm wondering when he's going to show up in the story again, because he is, to me, the most intriguing aspect of this movie, because every time he's on screen, he at least shows a bit of personality, a bit of character. You're actually invested in his performance, unlike everybody else. Which goes into my 3 negatives list. The first negative I want to talk about is the character development and the performances from the other actors. Let's start off with John David Washington. His character's name is the protagonist, and that's pretty much what you get. It's like a botched mission in the beginning of the movie. He wakes up and it's like, oh, well, welcome to Tenet. You're going to learn about inversion and this and this and that. And he just goes on this roller coaster ride of trying to figure out how everything works, or as the movie calls it, don't think about it. Just feel it. And his performance just seemed a little off. There are certain scenes in this movie where he's almost trying to play like this James Bond-esque type character with witty remarks here and there with certain people that he has conversations with, and there's moments where it seems like he genuinely has a heart or any emotions other than staleness. Specifically when he's dealing with Elizabeth Debicki's character, he shows moments in the film where he really cares about her character, and he really cares about what's going on. He's really invested about this whole side story with her kid and how that all connects to the end of the world and everything like that. And then there's other moments where he's just spouting out dialogue, and it's just a bunch of expositional dialogue, and he looks like he's honestly going through like a table read. He is your protagonist. He is literally your protagonist. He's the main character of the film. If I can't get into his story, or if I can't buy him as a character and I can't buy his performance, why am I supposed to care about him for the rest of this 2.5-hour movie? As for Elizabeth Debicki's character, her character in the movie is somebody that him and his agency have to intercept because she is involved with the villain of the movie, played by Kenneth Branagh, and although she was good in the movie, she wasn't terrible or anything like that, her character isn't really given much to do. A lot of her character hangs on her wanting to have her kid and her wanting to get away from her husband. She's literally a victim. They try to pretty much emotionally manipulate you in a way where you're supposed to care about her wanting her kid and you want her to get out of this toxic relationship that she's trapped in with the villain of the movie. It just feels like another wasted character. It feels like somebody that we spent a lot of time with, but we weren't really emotionally invested enough about her or in her character to really give a shit. Kenneth Branagh. I mean, if you like his performance, if you think he was intimidating as the Russian villain, all I can say is I guess you're very intimidated by Russian accents, because this whole movie felt like him just trying to outdo his already cartoony accent. Like, why did he have to be Russian? Why Russian? Why? Every time it seems that Kenneth Branagh is in a movie where he has to do another accent.
Don't you just...
Shut up! No! Put that away! I have blocked that movie out of my head. You are not going to let me revisit that. I'm going to go right to the second negative point of this movie, and you pretty much heard this everywhere, so I'm going to keep it to the point, keep it simple, not talk too much about it, but yes, the sound mixing of this movie is all over the place. There are so many scenes where the music is playing in the background, and it's like this type of music, and at the same time the characters are talking at a level where it's almost like they're trying not to let anybody else around them hear them. And it literally sounds like every character in this movie is bad! I honestly, maybe I would have enjoyed the movie better if I just asked for closed caption glasses. They offer those, you know. Which goes into my third and final negative note about this movie, and it's the biggest problem for me, and it's the ultimate reason why I'm not giving this movie a positive review. Every character in this movie exists to be exposition points, and that is it. That is literally it. Every character in this movie exists to explain the plot to you. It almost felt like the audience is being manipulated. They're being manipulated into thinking that, yeah, it is complicated. That's the whole point, but everything will piece itself back together. You won't solve it fully, and even if you do, there's still some things that you're gonna miss here and there. Now, I don't want you to think that the only reason why I'm giving this movie a negative review was because I didn't solve everything or I didn't fully get it. There are a lot of things that I did get. There are a lot of things that I did piece together. But in terms of my emotional investment and my actual interest in the movie and everything that was going on, when everything got revealed and everything got pieced together, it wasn't thrilling to me. But when you see it visually, it looks fantastic. But does it make me care about the story anymore, or care about the concept or the universe that's being built? Not really, no. And that's the most unfortunate part about this, and that's something that I felt like Christopher Nolan used to be really great at. It's hard to really just give a fuck. Every person that I know that has come out of this movie has pretty much said the same thing. Bro, what did I just watch? Because this movie made me think! I love it! Totally kidding. If you like this movie, you like this movie. And tell me why. So if I have to give this movie a rating out of 5 ticket stubs, given the fact that I did like the score, I did like the production design, I did like the visual effects, I did like one performance, I'll be nice. I'll give it 2 out of 5 ticket stubs. If I were to rewatch it, maybe there's some things that I'll pick up on and I'll like it more than I did the first time, but still not getting a positive review from me, unfortunately. Alright guys and gals, I hope you enjoyed my review of Tenet. I want to thank everybody again who watched my intro video. I'm really new to YouTube and everything, so just seeing that it's gotten about 100 views already and I've gotten about 40 subscribers, that means the the world to me. You have no idea. And trust me, I'm going to give back to you guys. I'm going to find different ways to get you guys involved, to make you feel like you are part of this channel more than just a viewer. I want to know what your favorite Christopher Nolan movie is. What is your favorite Christopher Nolan movie and why? Why do you think it's the best? If you comment below, let me know. The person that has the most concise, perfect, scholarly-like response, or just somebody with a really good response, will be contacted by me, selected as a winner, and shouted out in my next video, in my next review. Comment down below, what is your favorite Christopher Nolan movie and why? Thank you once again for watching, guys. This is The Deep Dive. I'm Jonathan Diep. Life can be okay, life can be shit. But you know what makes life great sometimes? Watching more movies. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'll see you next time.